Now we're going to jump ahead 7 years to 2011 because they actually came to Kolkata 2 times. So let's go see where they started that one. And here is where they began season 18, episode 6, the town hall here in Kolkata. When the teams arrived here, their first clue was the roadblock. And they had a big room in here set up with like hundreds and hundreds of little cups of tea. It was a tea tasting, and they could only pass and get their next clue if they could identify a certain tea just by the flavor. So that was a little difficult for some, but easy for others. So I guess that's a natural talent that some of us have that some of us don't. So needless to say, some people got out quick and got a large head start, and if I remember correctly, the team that struggled the most on it, I forgot their names right now, it's escaping me, but I believe they were last place and ended up losing this leg of the race. But this is where it all began for that season. So once they passed that, they were given a clue. It looked like a little Snapple bottle. And the next clue, the next place they needed to go was actually was printed on the lid of the bottle, and a lot of people didn't figure that out. They were just carrying around the bottle asking where Snapple was bottled. But some people popped the top, took a drink, and saw it on there, and they knew where to go, and that is where we're going to attempt to go right now. And this is where I ran into the same problem as earlier. Although this episode was more recent, it's only 13 years old, businesses are still not guaranteed to be there. There is a Tiwari tea stall listed on Google Maps, so that is where I went. However, when I got there, I found nothing. I did learn a valuable lesson on this outing though, one I would use in the upcoming cities. While watching these episodes and planning my path, I keep a close eye on the business signs, the street signs, and any identifying markers in the neighborhood. It wasn't until after I was done, already home from India, and rewatching this episode that I saw that the show actually zoomed in on the actual address. I am sure I was nowhere near this, but I just did a quick search on Google Maps and looked at the street view. I could have went straight there if I had the address before, but I still wouldn't have found it. The tea stall's not there. It appears to have been changed to a different business. Upon arriving at the tea stall, the teams were given their next clue, which announced the leg's detour. They had to choose between Hindu art or Bengali literature. In Hindu art, teams made their way to a statuary shop. Once there, they had to dress, paint, and adorn a statue of the Hindu god called Ganesha. When their work matched the intricate designs of the finished example, the shop owner gave them their next clue. As you can tell, I've got no video from here either, because like the tea stall, I could not find any indication that it was still in business. I had the name of the business, but neither Google Maps or any locals could tell me if it still existed or where it was once located. So on this half of the detour, it's called Bengali literature. And this road here, all book stalls, and there was a place down here called Days Publishing. And they were supposed to get a bunch of bundles of books for a school, and they got in these little vehicles and had to deliver them to the school. I don't have one of those vehicles, but it's pretty close, so I'm gonna walk. I don't know what route they went, but it's irrelevant because I'm not in one of those vehicles. Since I'm walking, I can go any way I want. So I'll take you with me.
only been here a couple of days, but this has definitely been an experience. One of the things that we decided to do when we went to Spain last year, we were having difficulty figuring out where to go, and that's where we came up with the idea of following the Amazing Race. So that was pretty easy. There was like 5 cities. We went, enjoyed ourselves in those places, and just spent some time, one day in each location, going to try to find all the Amazing Race spots. The problem is, this year when I looked up India, the Amazing Race has been here more times than almost anywhere. I think China is the only place in Asia where they visited more. The subcontinent of India is so big, and they've been to so many places here that I don't know if it's going to be possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to all the cities and all the places, but I'll try. I'm supposed to cross over here, and I don't know how. There's a fence in the middle of the road, but it looks like it ends up here. Yeah, I definitely miss my home in Vietnam. People think that driving is crazy there, but it's way better than here. I'm supposed to be going in where that white car came out. Luckily, I have been pretty smart about the British driving on the other side of the road. I remember when I visited England the first time and trying to drive in Australia, I did struggle a little bit with it. I hope this microphone is picking up how loud this is. I had to unplug my mic so you can hear the mic that's built in on the camera. That would really be loud then. I'm supposed to go straight through here, but it's a huge religious holiday that they're having here in this part of the country. And I don't want to walk through there, obviously. I don't know anything about the holiday or the religion. So I'm interested, but I have to deliver these books. Just stepped over the carcass of something. I don't know. Not sure what it was. Wasn't going to stop to investigate. Whew. He just dive bombed my head. Well, it's a good thing they had, it's only a 15-minute walk, but it's a good thing they had the vehicles that took them on the show, because they did have like 4 big, heavy bundles of books. They wouldn't have been able to carry them this far. So I am going to call that a success and go ahead and sign off here and try to get to the next stop. And now we find ourselves here at this huge park. This is this green space in the city called Maidan, I think. And this was the pit stop for that episode. It was season 18, episode 6. And that should be it for Kolkata. It's supposed to fly out tomorrow, just like they did in that episode. The next day they flew out to Varanasi, and that's where I will pick this up at. I will see you in Varanasi.